Fight Dogs is back, man. We had a couple of weeks off, gave you guys some time, but now it's our time, and we back, man. We about to kill the bookies today, man. MMA Locker Room here, aka Mills Young. I got my co-host with me, Brad Francis. Hey, man, how you doing today? What's your timestamp?
I'm doing good, Mills. I cannot complain. 10:42 out here in Denver, Colorado. And yeah, man, like you said, we had a couple of weeks off. And how many UFC cards do we have in a row? You said it.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight in my bank account. We got about
We got
13
eight,
straight weeks of
13.
UFC fights.
Yeah,
13.
that's wild. That's wild. So I mean, we're gonna be working. We're gonna be working hard to give you guys these picks. But yeah, it was nice to have a little break. But I'm ready to get back into it. I was telling you, this card, it's an interesting card. The odds are close for a lot of them. Which is fun for betting. You don't have to lay a lot of juice or take big dogs. But a lot of these fights go either way. But after some research, I feel like I got some good leans on the fights here.
Yeah, man. I mean, we still got 13, 12 fights to talk about on the card. You had a couple of fights that got canceled, a lot of fights that got fighters pulled out and new opponents. But out of the fights that got canceled, I think the two big ones was Mariah Brandon Silva versus Misha Tate and Jack Hermanson versus Brandon Allen. I think those are the two big fights that got pulled off the card. That would have been big names that at least would have had, diehards.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's kind of a bummer there, but it's all good. Hopefully they're able to make those fights again on different cards, and we'll be able to cover them at some point. But yeah, man, you wanna talk about any prelims here that you like?
Yeah, man. So I mean, looking at the card, this is gonna be a card to where a lot of people aren't gonna know the names of the fighters on these cards. So I'm not gonna go over all the fighters on the cards because if I do, after I name eight of them, you'll still be like, who? So I'm gonna talk about one of the fights on the prelims that I know a lot of people's gonna know. Andre Arlovski takes on Dontel Mays. Andre Arlovski's, man, he's gonna be going on his 56th fight now in the cage, man. I mean, this guy, man, when we talk about wins and losses, I mean, 34 wins, 21 losses. He didn't fall for every single organization, in time. His opponent, he's taking on Dontel Mays. Dontel Mays is 2-1 in the UFC. Yeah, 2-1. Two wins, two losses, and a draw. He's one of those fighters who came out, when COVID was going around, and they needed fighters, in the heavyweight division. Never really impressed me in there. He's opening up at a -140 favorite on here. How do you think this fight's gonna play out, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go with the vet here, Andre Arlovski. I think he's able to just kind of out jab him and out volume Dante. He just has to worry about not getting caught. We've seen Arlovski get caught, but before his last loss against Marcos de Lima, he went on a 4-fight winning streak. So, look, Arlovski's old as hell. Don't get me wrong, but the guy has proven he could win. So yeah, I'm gonna take my chances with Arlovski getting plus money here.
I like it. I like it. Okay, do me a favor. I think this fight probably goes the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if I was to try to bet this fight to go the distance, what are some of the odds that I would be looking at and laying the chalk in this one, bro?
Yeah, fight goes the distance. Fight goes the distance. It's minus 175. So
Hmm.
it's a little juice, but if you wanted to take, let's say, Arlovski wins by decision, you could get that at plus 150. That's probably the route I would go there. Because I think if Arlovski wins, he's not. I don't think he has that in him, that dog in him anymore to be able to finish this guy. But I think he's able to, like I said, just out volume him, just throw out that jab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
yeah,
Besides that, let me see, man. As I look on the prelims, I mean, yeah, man, it's really a lackluster card on the prelims, but I will say this, one fight that's kind of interesting on there is going to be the Daniel Santos versus Johnny Munoz Jr.
hmm
That fight right there, pretty much, it got rescheduled now two times. So this is the second time that it's gonna get brought out to the main card. It was supposed to take place like a month and a half ago. The reason why it's a little bit interesting because Santos opened up at a -160 favorite, closed went at a -190 when the fight was going on. But now when the fight opened back up, he opened up at a -195 favorite and is closing around like a -220 favorite. Me, I think Johnny Munoz is live a little bit, as a live underdog in this shot. He's one of those guys that has a lot of takedowns, and that's the only thing that he can rely on. If it stays on the feet, Yeah, he's probably gonna get KO'd, but I think Johnny Munoz has a little bit of live shot at as a dog in this one.
Honestly, I was thinking Daniel Santos. I actually like that pick a lot. I think that's a good parlay piece. I don't know. I think he's able to avoid the takedowns. Munoz does have good takedowns, but I got Daniel Santos as a parlay piece in this one, personally. But
Got
I'll pick if for the degenerates out there who want to get the action started right away, we got Philippe Lins versus Maxim Grishin. I kind of like Maxim in this fight. He is old, but I think if he's able to avoid the power shots, I think he's the more technical fighter. He's going to be the bigger fighter. So if you want to get the night started off early, I like Maxim Grishin on the money line there.
got it. Yeah, man. Now let's get on to the main card then, man. We talked
Yes,
about
sir.
some of the fights on there. But yeah, one other thing on the prelim fight. I want to say this that people might just want to watch from a fight perspective will be Aleski Dos Santos taking on Akabugar Nurmagomedov. That was going to be an interesting fight to watch. Dos Santos is coming off a 2-year layoff. Nurmagomedov is coming off of his last win out against Gadzazi. So I just think that fight's going to be a little bit more entertaining in that one, and I actually think fight doesn't go the distance, and it has a nice little plus money price tag next to it.
Okay, you think fight doesn't go the distance? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in that one, when you see Nurmagomedov, I automatically want to bet him, but just because the name. But honestly, I'm gonna take my chances with Dos Santos here. Nurmagomedov, I think he has a strong first round, but he's had issues with cardio in the past, so I think he starts the fight off hot. He's able to get Dos Santos on the ground, but Elizu has good striking, so it worries me if Nurmagomedov gasses out, and I think he may get pieced up in rounds 2 and 3. This is probably going to be a stay away for me because I can also see Nurmagomedov just dominating on the ground all 3 rounds. But if you're looking for a slight underdog, or is he a slight underdog? What are the odds on this? It's about even, right?
Nurmagomedov's now the slight favorite, minus
Slight
one
favorite.
twenty.
Exactly. Yeah, like I said, probably stay away from me, but I'm kind of leaning Dos Santos to edge out a decision, picking up rounds 2 and 3.
Like it.
All right, rolling on to the next one, man. We got a nice little female fight here. It should be a fun one. Karine Silva versus Kaylin Souza. Give us the rundown on this one, man.
Yeah, man. So Kareem Silva, 15 wins, 4 losses. Coming off of a win against Barthella in her UFC debut. Before that, she got a win in a contender series, won by armbar. Then I think she submitted Barthella. Opened up at a minus 170 favorite, roughly around like a minus 220 now. Opponent on the other side, Caitlin Souza, former Invicta fighter, 13-3. When it comes down to it, Kareem Silva, she usually finishes her fights within the distance. If she gets Caitlin Souza down to the mat, I don't think Caitlin Souza will be able to get up. I like Kareem Silva to win inside the distance by submission. You can get her to win inside the distance at a plus 110. That'd be my best bet on this fight. Kareem Killer Silva wins inside the distance, round 2 submission.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when we look at the division, Chris Silva is definitely an interesting fighter just because with her finishing ability. Do you think this girl like makes a run and could get to the top of this division?
I think
It,
she makes a
or too
run.
early? Too early to tell.
I think she makes a run. I think she could definitely get some wins in this division. Her physique for this division, wow. Talk about a girl who's tall and just scours over girls. That's her. Talk about a girl who looks like, a bully, looks like, oh man, intimidating. That's her, So and her middle name is Killer, so it's Killer time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's basically the pit bull of the division. Like you don't want to get in front of her. But I mean, both these ladies are on good streaks. Kaylin on a 5 fight winning streak, Karine on a 6 fight winning streak. Karine has 19 fights and only one of those fights has went to the decision. So I see where you're going there. I do like Silva to win this fight, but for some reason I think she's due for a decision. I think Kaylin is good, so you could get Karine Silva via decision at plus 300. Her odds right now to win the fight is at minus 200. So if you wanted to boost those odds all the way to plus 300, take the risk, go into decision. It is a women's flyweight fight, which a lot of those do go to decision. That's how I'm going to take this fight. It's a value play, but it's going to be a slight little sprinkle on me for Karine Silva to get the win via decision.
Got it, man. Yes, Brad versus Mills on this one, man. We're
Yes,
going
sir.
head to head on these, man. That's how I like it. Yeah, Yeah, man, I definitely got Kareem Silver to win inside the distance on this one. But like you
Yep.
said, if fight goes the distance at a plus 300, man, that's a nice little plus money price tag. Ain't mad at it.
Exactly, exactly. All righty, moving on to the next one here. We got Tim Elliott versus Victor Altamirano. I think that's how you pronounce it. How you feeling about this one?
Man, Tim Elliott, 18 wins, 12 losses, one draw. Victor Almerino, 12 wins, two losses. Victor Almerino, last time out, got to see him fight live in March, at UFC Fight Night, San Antonio, Texas. He was able to get the win in that fight. Shot for about 3 takedowns, had about 106 strikes on his opponent. His opponent only had 86 strikes on him, had one takedown on him, too. I like what Victor Almerino can offer in there. He's one of those guys, Mexican fighter, always going to shoot for the takedown, real tough. But the only thing he's not tough on is takedown defense. So the other fighter, Tim Elliott, we ain't gonna talk about everything that's going on with his personal life. We just want to talk about his fight skills. When it comes down to it, man, he has an awkward fighting stance. Awkward MMA is actually his Twitter handle and stuff like that. One of those guys who shoots for takedowns. Fought Demetrius Johnson in his career, so he definitely has the better fight resume. Definitely has the fight IQ to do it. When he's motivated, you see the best Tim Elliott that you ever seen. I remember he was motivated to fight Jordan Espinosa. I was on Jordan Espinosa. He beat the shit out of Jordan Espinosa. Key point. All right, so with that being said, in this one, Tim Elliott's a minus 170 favorite. Closing at a minus 185 on here. If you ask me, the best bet in this fight goes the distance.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm on that as well. Personally, when it comes to a pick for me, though, I do like Tim Elliott in this fight. Like you said, both these guys do have weird fighting styles, but I'm gonna go with the more experienced guy. He's fought great competition in the UFC, and I think he's able to utilize his wrestling, mix things up, which should open things up on the feet as well. So yeah, Tim Elliott right now, like Mill said, it's like a minus 175. You could get him at a plus 100 if you take him via decision. Tim Elliott, I mean, if you look at his dog, his resume, he doesn't have too many finishes a lot. Both of these guys, their fights tend to go to decision. So if I'm taking Tim Elliott, I would lean taking him via decision just to cut down that juice. So yeah, give me Tim Elliott via decision plus 100. Like that play a lot, actually.
I
Going on to
like
the
it. I
yeah,
like it. I like it too. I co-sign that.
there we go. All right. Next fight here, man, we got Jim Miller versus Jesse Butler. This fight got switched up a couple times, right?
Yeah,
Because
man. So it's supposed to be Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon.
yeah,
Jared Gordon had to pull out, so now you got a new opponent in there. Jim Miller's opening up a minus 250 favorite against the guy. The guy just got called up. Um, just be careful out there. I think Jim Miller, I guess he's a parlay piece, but I'm just guessing, right? Because we don't know too much about his opponent, and I'm not going to sit up here and say that I do. So I guess Jim Miller should win, but a minus 250. And if this fight gets extended, and we know how Jim Miller kind of looks later on in the fights, but yeah, on this fight, man, it's kind of a stay away for me, man. But before this fight was canceled, I was on Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. I
same,
actually
same.
like Jim Miller in that spot, so it's weird that I like Jim. Yeah, no, it's not weird. So I like Jim Miller as an underdog against that spot, but liking Jim Miller as a minus 250 favorite, I don't get that same sentiment, and I don't care that this guy just got called up on short notice. I'm not the guy that just looks at the biggest favorites on the fight and then just says, "Oh, parlay them both, right? I should win." Nah, bruh. If I think a minus 140 is gonna win more than a minus 280, guess who I'm betting? The minus 140. And I'm a parlay him with something else. So for me, I can't really sit up here and just say like, yeah, he is a parlay piece at this, at minus 250. So for me, I guess it's kind of a stay away. Yeah, just based on his opponent.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I had Jim Miller against Jerry Gordon as well. I thought we were going to be on opposites there, but yeah, it's pretty much a stay away from me as well. I don't know much about Butler, but I mean, shit, I'll take Jim Miller just to get an extra point,
Right.
shit. But yeah, not too much to talk about there on my side as well. Going on to this
One
next one.
fight though, before you get to the co-main event, this fight's on the main card too. Don't got to spend too much time on it though. But it's the Jamie Malarkey versus Muhammad Abdulayev fight, and I know I just murdered his last name, but Jamie Malarkey was supposed to be taking on Garam Kutsilati, and Garam got pulled out. I was on Garam straight in that fight, folks. Minus
Really?
300. I bet him straight, bro. I bet him straight minus 300. So yeah, I was on him straight. I was on him as a parlay piece too. I'm just a fan of Garam. On the flip side, now you got Jimmy Malarkey, a minus 400 favorite versus a fighter that's stepping up. In a different weight class, not even fighting in his own weight class. I'm just bringing this fight up just to throw caution to the wind. Don't parlay everything that's a minus 400 and think you're gonna win.
Fair enough. Look, I think Malarkey wins that fight, but fair enough. You know, it's dangerous waters putting in a minus 400 in your parlay. Especially with a guy like Jimmy Malarkey, he's not going to blow you away, but he should win that fight. He should.
Correct. Correct.
All right, moving on to the co-main event, we got Alex Caceres. Always love watching that guy versus Daniel Pineda. Who you feeling here?
Man, Alex Caceres, man, got the best nickname in MMA, Bruce Leroy. Not just that, he embodies that lifestyle. Seen this guy from the Ultimate Fighter, seen that Ultimate Fighter episode since the first very episode. I was drawn to him just off the way that he carries himself as a real mixed martial artist, actually embodies the Bruce Lee lifestyle, wears the yellow bodysuit too, meditates, does all that stuff. Not the physical guy, not the fastest guy, smart. I'll say he's one of the smartest guys, man. Because when it comes down to it, the way he looks at life, not just MMA and sports, I gotta give it to him and hand it to him on that. But we ain't here to talk about that. We're here to talk about his fight skills, man. So it's one of those guys. Kind of reminds me of like Neil Magny, Michael Johnson. What do you mean? Been around the organization forever, but got better in time. The organization never threw him away. Never just got rid of him. Never just wrote him off. Even though they could have at a time to where he was getting losses and really wasn't looking like an impressive fighter. But stuck around, made a career. He ain't going nowhere, man. I think he got over 12 fights in the UFC. You want to know what that means, Brad? That means that he's one of the top paid UFC fighters on this fight night promotion. Andre Arlovski is getting paid anywhere from $275,000 to $300,000 to show up and fight. Why? Because the more fights you have in your experience, the higher you get paid. So in other words, in order to get your other half bonus, you gotta win. And that fight bonus, once you get these wins up, is even big. So you got a fighter that's probably getting paid about 180,000 to show up, and then another like 100 if he wins. So with that being said, Bruce Leroy's opening up a minus 180 favorite versus Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda is last time out, man. He put the lights out on a Tucker Lutz. I remember because I was at that event, and I was the one in San Antonio, Texas. He was a big underdog in there. When it comes down to it, I think Bruce Leroy wins this fight by decision. I think that he'll be able to keep it on the feet, and stay away out of harm's way from Daniel Pineda. Alex Caceres fought almost everybody. I don't remember seeing Alex Caceres picking his chin up off the floor. I don't remember seeing Alex Caceres getting choked out, waking up like, where am I? I don't remember Alex Caceres just getting dominated in fights with his heads down, looking at the decision like, yeah, I know I lost. In other words, I don't remember too many ways that I seen Alex Caceres lost. So I'm gonna take him to win by decision.
Yep. Yeah, no, I like Alex Caceres here as well. Both these guys are experienced though. You know, Pineda 4 fights in the UFC, but has 32 pro fights. I just think Caceres is the more dynamic fighter. I liked how he looked against Arosa in his last fight, and Pineda he does have a lot of submission wins, so that is something Alex Caceres is going to have to watch out for. But like you're saying, he's a vet of the game. He's been in all types of tough situations, good situations. So I think he's able to fight off any jiu-jitsu threats that Pineda comes at him with, and I think he's able to get a win as well. So loving Alex Caceres here. You know, I think he'd be good on a parlay with that minus 180 odds. So loving that there.
And for me on that, that's to me a great parlay piece. Kind of like, all right, yeah, like I like that as a minus 180. See, this is my point that I brought up. Me betting Alex Caceres at a minus 180, I feel way better betting him at that than betting Jim Miller at a minus 250 and betting Jamie Malarkey at a minus 400.
Yep, I totally agree there. All right, going on to this next one here. Let's see. We got Kaikar France versus Amir Albazi, the main event. This is a good high level technical fight. You know, it's going to be a. Oh, what do you got there, man? What do you got there? What
The
is that?
Bartman. What you know about the Bartman?
Bro, I
The
don't know about.
Bartman Converse.
What's up with those? Those things are hard. Well,
Yeah, man, kind of exclusive,
okay.
Simpsons.
I dig it. Hell yeah. What you feeling on this fight though?
Man, all right, main event time. Let's get down to it. Amir Albazi, 16 wins, one loss. Only lost to Jose Shorty Torres, man, in the Brave promotion. All right. Number seventh ranked flyweight, taking on Kai Car France. 24 wins, 10 losses. Ranked number four. Last time out, what he do? He lost to Brandon Moreno. No shame in that part of the game. Why he was up in that fight until he wasn't. I had Brandon Moreno in that one, but Kai France was looking good in the early on. All right, now let's get down to it, man. 2016, 2017, Kai France, win, loss, loss, win, loss, loss. Who cares? Minus 300 favorite. I got over that guy, okay? Then what happened 2019 to 2023? Start getting some wins, training over there with Izzy and Volkanovski at City Kickboxing. Of course, as some of the fighters got better, seems that he started to get some more wins. All right. I'm not a Kai France fan, but I will give him this, man. He only lost to Brandon Royval and Brandon Moreno, I think, within the last 4 years, 3 years or something, I want to say. Um, so when it comes down to it, though, Albazi, this guy, whenever you want to bet him, he's a big favorite. I mean, a big favorite. 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. The list goes on. Now, you can get him at a minus 130, minus 110? Wow. Why? Why? What's happening? Well, nothing, man. When you get a step up in competition, that's how the price tag goes. A lot of people was thinking that, Kai Car France should have been the favorite in there. Ah, man, it's going to be an interesting fight when it comes down to it, man. I think this fight's not going to be able to go the distance in here. I got a few premium bets on these cards and everything like that, so I definitely have a premium in this one, man. Kai
Yeah.
Car France, man, when you look at it, like, if he wins this fight, he's fighting for that title. If Abazi wins this fight, he's damn near probably going to be fighting for that title too. So, I mean, you got two fighters here that, pretty much is fighting for that number one spot. One fighter with one loss. One fighter with 10 losses. Okay. One fighter who trains with the champs, Izzy and Volkanovski. One fighter named Albazi. Okay.
Okay.
My best bet in here, as you see, my tongue is tied. Best bet, fight don't go the distance in there.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, no, I'll give you guys a side here. Look, this is definitely a big step upward competition for Albazi, and Kaikar France isn't an easy fight for any of these guys, but I'm gonna go with Albazi here. I think this is a tough matchup for Kaikar France. Kaikar France, his goal is to get fights in a war, like firefights, just throwing bombs. Amir Albazi's a smart guy. He's patient. He's a good counter striker, good defense. So I think Kaikar France, tries to make this fight a war, but I think Albazi, slips a couple punches, and I think he's able to finish this fight as well. So I think Amir Albazi via KO, TKO at some point of this fight. I don't think he's just going to sleep him flat, but it's going to be one of those things where he drops Kaikar France and just throw some bombs on him on the ground. So I like Amir Albazi as well. I think Kaikar France loses his fight, and then he becomes like a gatekeeper for this division. I think you're going to have to beat Kaikar France to get to that title shot. And yeah, it's not going to be an easy fight for anyone, like I said, but I think Almir Albazi does pass that test.
Okay. Give me a round per a round that he finishes them in if you got him finishing.
Oh yeah, let's go round three.
Mm,
Round three
okay.
early.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I get man. Not too mad. I just got a fight going the distance for sure in that one. Definitely got a premium on that one. But I
You
mean,
said fight. You
yeah,
think fight goes the distance or doesn't go the distance?
doesn't go the distance.
Okay,
My
gotcha.
bad.
Yeah.
Doesn't go the distance in that one. Yeah, man. Yeah, this fight card there, like we said, man, it's kind of like we done went through every single fight on there,
Yep.
and it's still like, well, who's the fighters? Well, who's the main event, right? Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
wait, that's the main event. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one, honestly. This is one of those cards that I feel like the UFC just needed to pump out for their ESPN Plus deal. They're like, all right,
yeah.
let's throw this together. Next week we do got a good card though, UFC 289.
Oh man, that's the one in Canada.
I don't know if this one's in Canada. It's the one with Oliveira, Dariush, Nunez, Aldana. It's
Canada,
yeah,
Canada.
it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
Canada right there, man.
for a fucking pay-per-view. It's not incredible, but there's
Yeah,
some fun. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. parlay Amanda Nunez right now. Get you a fighter. Get you a team that you like today that's playing, and parlay him with Amanda Nunez, and just
Okay.
sit back and wait for your money, man.
Okay. I like it. Before we get into our best picks, best odds and shit, man, I got to get your feelings on this NBA Finals. Who wins in what game?
Oh man, it's gonna be the damn Nuggets, man. In game five, man. Game
Nuggets
five.
in five? Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
You think they steal one on the road and then finish it out game five?
I think Nuggets just be like, yo, bro, I'd rather win in Denver.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like,
They
I don't
could
even
sweep
think
them
they
probably.
steal one. I
Yeah.
don't even think they steal one. I think they just go out there and Jokic just goes out there and it's like, bro, like I'm gonna just take the day off. And Jamal's like, go ahead, man. You know, you
Yeah.
already killed them all year, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Denver though, man. It just comes down to this too. When like Denver's been that team for the last 2 years that's been having the same nucleus and that's been adding to that core.
Yep.
Like that's crucial, man. Like in it. And they've been right there. They only let go of a few players, and those few players that they let go was not pushing them over the hill like the players that they got now. I mean, Caldwell Pope, Aaron Gordon, putting up points, and somebody else off their bench,
Bruce Brown or whatever.
Brown,
Yeah.
Brown.
He's nice.
Yeah, those three players. All right. The reason why is because they give you points and they don't give you any liabilities on defense. So
Yep.
when you got players out there now that you can rotate like that from 12 to 17 minutes a game, every single game, and not have to worry about pulling them out, like man, that's like a coach's best wish. And the guy over there, Malone or whatever, man, shout out to him, man. Former
Yeah.
Kings coach, man. We fired him and let him go way too quick, man. He
Yeah.
was a believer in Boogie Cousins. And man, he's getting what he deserves, and he's a real coach. I like him a lot, man.
Yeah, I like Malone as well. It is really cool what they like. They just built that team very organically, and it's awesome to see when that works out. I'm not a hater of like putting a bunch of star players on one team. Like that's just the way life is. But it is cool when you see a team just build organically and stick with the system, and it's definitely paying off. But yeah, I don't give the Heat too much of a chance, man. That Nuggets team's
Yeah,
nasty.
definitely,
They're
definitely, man.
flowing.
Shout out to the people watching right now. A few commenters out there. My man Marcus Williams, man, out there at the Nubian Bookstore in Atlanta, man. If you guys ever in Atlanta, you guys need some books, or you don't even got to be Atlanta, man. If you guys just want some good books, check out the Nubian Bookstore for him. And then shout out to Nicholas Lee. I see you out there in the chat as well. Let us know your plays, what you got for UFC today.
Yes, sir. Yep. Appreciate everyone watching. But let's roll on to the juice here, man. We got our best pig, best dog in our parlay. You want to start us off with the dog? My dog was going to be Jim Miller, so if you could start us off while I look for another dog here, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give you guys my dog. Da 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 da. As I scroll down to the bottom, it's gonna be Damon Blackshear, man. Second fight of the night, 12-5-1 record. You can get him at like a plus 130, plus 125, taking on Luan Losota. I think Damon Blackshear is gonna be able to win this fight. He's a fighter that gets better as the fight goes. I think he's gonna be able to use his takedowns and everything like that. So I like Damon Blackshear as an underdog.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna go with Arlovsky. It's not a big dog, but like I said, man, I don't have any faith in Dontel Mays at all. So give me Arlovsky there. Go with the parlay here.
Yes, sir. I got my bulletproof. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I got Kareem Silva, and I'll parlay her with Alex Caceres. That right there is a plus 125 parlay. Two fighter parlay to get paid.
There you
Not
go.
bulletproof, but hey, we shooting.
I got a 2-5 parlay as well. It's a safe one for me too. I'm going Daniel Santos and Tim Elliott. Just nice and simple. Probably come out close to I don't even know, but it's not going to be something crazy, but it's going to be better than even odds though.
I got you right now. Money's coming in on the other side. Tim Elliott's down to a minus 165.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh, wish I would have waited like a little. Oh yeah, my bet. Okay, cool. I got it. Never mind. I can't get y'all that. That was a pretty. All right. And you said who? Santos?
Yeah, Santos and Elliott.
Yeah, no, I seen a name on here. I'm like, oh hell yeah, man, that's the dog right here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I think I saw that one. All right, yeah, plus 130, plus 130, Tim Elliott and Santos. And on that, like I said, these are all right. So look, folks, these aren't bulletproof, but these are solid parlays, and these are fighters in there, who got a lot of upside, who should win too. So yeah, man, you definitely got a two fighter parlay, a plus 130 from Brad, and a plus 125 from me. Can't go
Not bad.
wrong with that.
I like it. All right, and finish it off with the best pick.
Best pick on the card, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Best pick on the card is going. Damn, that's one too. All right, go ahead. Give me your best pick, Brad.
Yeah, man. And of course, these are our best picks that aren't premiums. If you do want our best picks, you can find that out on the site, pickdogs.com. But I'm going to go Amir Albazi. I love it a lot. I think this kid's the truth, and I think this is a big step up for him, but I think he passes the test.
All right. Okay, I like that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go with all right, man. Best pick on the card is just gonna be fight not go the distance in the main event. Emil Bazi versus Kai Kart France. That'd be my best. Nah, man. Nah, man. I ain't copping out like that. I ain't copping out like that. Hold up, man. Let me look. Let me look. Best bet on the card to be. Fuck it. Let's do it. Here y'all go. Y'all want it? Y'all got it. Best bet on the card. Kareem Silva wins inside the distance at a plus 110. All right, man. Yeah,
Okay.
Kareem Silva wins inside the distance plus 110. Best bet on the card. Like I said, when it comes down to it, Kareem Killer Silva, it's just something about it, man, in this division. So, yeah, man. Kareem Killer Silva wins inside the distance, round two. Bet it. Don't regret it.
There we go. I like it. Well, what do you got over at the site today?
Man, I got a lot going on today, man. Spread out my wings on this UFC card. Got about four bets up there. Got a prop for you guys up there too. Let me see. I got two underdogs on there, and I got two favorites on there as well. And then I got a prop to get you on top. Five total bets. But you know how it is, man. You might as well get the 3 day pass. You get the 3 day pass. You get everything included for the day. NBA, MLB, NHL. If I'm getting my feet wet. But yeah, man. So if you don't want to get the 3 day pass, I got a 3 pack up there for you guys. Three of my best bets up there for only $35. Got a ton of profit. If we don't cash, we don't cash and we don't take it. So yeah, man. I got those going, or else you can get them all single individually for $19 a piece. But yeah, man, a lot going on the site today. So today's the day to get us paid.
Yep. Oh yeah, man. And yeah, I'm just sticking the MLB today. I got a 3 pack up there. Like Mill says, if it doesn't profit, you get a credit back on the site. So go check that out. And like we always say, the best values with the long-term passes: 3 day, 7 day, 30 day. So go check that out. Pickdogs.com premium pick section. You'll find me and Mills there, as well as all the other handicappers on the site. But yeah, you got any final words, my man?
Yeah, man. If you guys want some more props for baseball and hockey, check out my prop video on Pick Dogs. Should be uploaded within the next 30 minutes. I know it's getting worked on right now in the uploading, but yeah, man. What I do is look at all the props at all the sports market. Then I come up with my own and I reference them with the betting tools and see if they're hitting out a 60% or an 80% clip. Can't go wrong. It's a daily show that I do every morning on there. It's just a prop video about 5 minutes long. So definitely got some plays up there to get you paid today as well.
Yes,
But
sir. Yep.
besides that, though, man, like let us know. So we're doing this on Saturday, but our original plan is to do this on Thursday, Thursday afternoon or Thursday night. Around like 10 p.m. Eastern time. So just let us know for you guys what's working. In the comments below, or hit us up on Twitter or Instagram and let us know too. But the plan is to do this, is to get it out on a Thursday, so that way when the Saturday comes, we might be able to just hit you guys, with a quick instant video or something like that, or chop that up and get it out too. But we're just trying to build a community over at Pick Dogs in this MMA world. So appreciate everybody taking the time to watch us right now. Hit the like and comment button. That's the way that you can let everybody know and YouTube know that you appreciate what we do on the show.
Yes, sir. Yep. I second whatever Mills just said. Well, yeah, it was a good show, my man, and we'll be back next week. UFC two something. It's the next pay per view card, though. We'll catch you guys next time.